What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy. Welcome back to my vlog, and Merry Christmas, or Merry Day After Christmas, as it were. Got to have a nice time with my family yesterday, doing all the normal Christmassy things, opening gifts, sharing in the Christmas story, having a lot of fun and games and that kind of stuff. And so yeah, that was Christmas for me. Today, now that Christmas is done and I've had some time to just kind of reflect on some things, I'm going to be giving my top 5 things that I like and dislike about Christmas. I mean, if I were to say really generally, obviously there's a lot more positive than negative about Christmas, and the things that I like about it massively overrule most of the things that I dislike. But anyway, just something a little different. And, I thought I would do this instead of a typical vlog kind of thing, just because, I don't know, I'm not really in a mood to get into a super amount of detail on what I and my family have been doing. So, yeah, let's get this thing started. I'm going to start off with the, negative side of things, my 5 dislikes about Christmas. So, number 5. You know those times when, especially if you'll go to a party or something, and, some people there, and, then somebody gets a gift for you, but you weren't aware that people were getting gifts for people, and so you didn't have a gift for them, and it's just that whole awkwardness of somebody having a gift for you, and then you not having a gift back for them. It's just really awkward. It feels weird. You feel a little bit guilty about it, but at the same time, for me, I'm like, well, at least that person was thinking about me and got me a gift, so that, I guess, is why it's only at number 5 on my dislike list. I mean, I still feel really bad about it, but the fact that somebody else got something for me obviously means they're a decent enough friend of mine, and I don't think they're going to be too offended over me not having a gift for them. Anyway, moving on to number 4. Traffic. Let's just put it that. Traffic. There's a whole lot of traveling that goes on around Christmas time. I mean, heck, there was me going from Texas to Pennsylvania, and I'll be going back not too long from now, about another week and a half. And just all the crowds and stuff at various events, and all the traffic on major roads and that kind of stuff, kind of slowing you down, and that. Plus, there are the people who don't know how to drive in bad weather. That just makes it so much worse. Traffic is not fun to begin with. Christmas traffic can be even more infuriating. But on the whole, you kind of understand why it's happening. So, that's why it's only at number 4. Number 3. Kind of, I guess, is all going back to how consumeristic this time of year is, but really, I think the thing that frustrates me the most about it is just how many items end up being sold out when it's close to Christmas. See, for me, I couldn't get gifts for my family and stuff unless I was getting a gift card or something like that until after I got back home, because I didn't want to have a bunch of gifts that I'd have to try and squish into a bag that I'm putting on a plane. So it makes it real difficult for me trying to get gifts for people, because I'll go to a store the week before Christmas or something like that, and half the stuff I want to get is sold out, or all of that kind of stuff that goes on. Somehow or another, the stores never seem to be quite prepared enough for the amount that people buy, and so it just really does not work out very well. You have to end up going to plan B, sometimes C, D, occasionally even all the way down to E or F for which gift you get somebody. Then we'll move on to number 2, something else that you get in the stores and all that as you're going through your shopping, or even really just anywhere close enough to Christmas. Overplayed Christmas music. I mean, overplayed music is something that bugs the heck out of me any given time of the year, but at Christmas it's especially bad, because, well, part of the reason is something we'll get to with item number 1, but trying not to get ahead of myself. It's just that There are only so many Christmas songs out there, and yet everywhere you go, there's Christmas music playing in your car, on the radio, in the stores, at people's houses when they're decorating. I don't mind it so much when I'm decorating with my family, because then it's like, we're celebrating Christmassy things while we're doing Christmassy things, and it just adds to the environment and all that. So that I don't mind so much in that particular instance, but just overplayed Christmas music. Like, I don't care if it's all different versions of the same song, but the fact of the matter is, even with, it could be 30 different versions of the same song, but it's still the same song being played 30 times, and it gets annoying. But the other reason that happens brings me to item number 1 on my dislike list, which is early Christmas adopters. The people that just freaking obsess over Christmas bugs the heck out of me, especially, like, the retail stores and stuff that, as soon as Halloween is done even, they'll have a whole bunch of Christmas decorations and gifts and stuff like that out, when we haven't even gotten to Thanksgiving. Can we please let Thanksgiving have its own month? Not that I don't like Christmas, or that, it's just I like Thanksgiving too, and I don't want to spend an entire 2 months thinking about Christmas, when there's pretty much a whole month in between Halloween and Thanksgiving, when we could be focused on Thanksgiving and not Christmas. So yeah, early Christmas adopters, not a big fan of them. Especially the radio stations that will start playing nothing but Christmas music. There are some of them that they won't play all Christmas music, but they'll start playing some once Halloween is done. I'm just like, no. It's not even December yet. Hold your horses. And that just adds into item number 2 with the overplayed Christmas music and all that kind of stuff, and it just, don't like it. Settling down a little bit, moving on to the more positive side of things. There really are more things that I like about Christmas than things that I don't like, but if I spent all the time talking about all the different things that I think about Christmas, we'd be here forever. I'm not going to do that to you. Item number 5 on my Christmas likes list, believe it or not, is Christmas music. I like the Christmas songs a little bit here and there. Not like 24/7 blasting in my ears all the time. Especially when it comes to, like, Christmas hymns at church that you'll sing and stuff like that. Those are probably oftentimes my favorite Christmas songs. Or maybe as of late, the different pentatonics renditions of certain Christmas songs or stuff like that. Speaking of church and hymns and Christmas stuff, number 4 on my list of Christmas likes is, like, Christmas shows, I guess you'd say. Different musicals, plays, concerts, all that kind of stuff. The Christmas-themed shows that happen, because there are so many more of those going on than there are during other times of the year, and, like, you kind of know what you're going to get to some extent, no matter what happens. But, I mean, just those things that are there to kind of remind us of what Christmas is really about. Most of them will turn out either pretty well, because, you've got a good group of people that have been planning this for a pretty long time. Or, you get the ones that are done by the little kids, and they'll be all cute and that kind of stuff. You can't hate a little kid's play or something like that they put on. They're just little kids. Come on. Moving on to number 3 on my list of Christmas likes. Kind of wondering what I'm gonna get for Christmas. I'm not saying that, I care super significantly about the gifts. Just kind of that curiosity of, what am I gonna get? That's, for some reason, what kind of keeps me up on Christmas Eve a little bit. And just that general excitement just adds to the whole Christmas morning experience. So, then we get to number 2, which occasionally will have a little bit of number 3 in it, but Christmas parties. Big fan of Christmas parties. Or, well, Christmas/New Year's, sometimes they get kind of combined, depending on who you're meeting with and when. I'm typically not super duper big on parties. Although all my birthday parties that I had as a kid, I really enjoyed those. So maybe having the Christmas parties and all that is kind of crossover from childhood now that I don't really have big birthday parties anymore. It just, all the fun and excitement that's in the air during that kind of stuff. It's really that kind of mindset, just the overall feeling that really I think is kind of the big connecting point between all of these, which I guess brings me to number one, because I need to mention that before I get too far into the more general stuff again. I would have to boil it down to, I guess, like family traditions. Now, I'm not super big on doing stuff exactly the same way year after year after year. But, I don't know, maybe it's just the way that my family does it. Christmas Day in particular, we'll all get up and, like, we'll read through kind of a particular version of the Christmas story, meaning Jesus' birth and that kind of thing. We'll read through that in the morning, like passing around the book, taking turns reading different pages of it and that kind of stuff. We always find some sort of way to make it kind of goofy or interesting each time around with the whole reading the story thing. There are certain things where it just wouldn't feel the same if we didn't have that. I guess the big reason that I like these family traditions is that, like, no matter where I go, no matter what seems to change in our lives individually, we have this thing that we can come back to and feel kind of grounded. And, no matter what happens, we're all family. We all love and appreciate each other. And we're all looking out for each other and thinking of each other. And I guess that really, just along with the whole, just the overall mentality and the spirit of Christmas, is really probably my favorite part of the Christmas season as a whole. These are just kind of my feelings on the Christmas season and things that I like or don't like so much about it. Again, really on the whole, the good stuff way overrules the bad stuff in my mind about Christmas. So whatever you're doing this time of year, whether it's celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, any of that kind of stuff, I would say just take some time to, be with your family and friends and kind of have something there to ground you and to let you know that you all still love and care for each other. Because that, again, is really kind of the biggest thing that I think I like about Christmas, that I really keep coming back to, and what gets me excited about the Christmas season as a whole. It's not the presents, it's not the, parties even necessarily, but really just having that sense of something to come back to year after year, and something to count on, something that lets you know that, you're all still in this together and that you're still thinking about each other, I guess. So anyway, that's going to do it for this time around. As usual, like and share if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel to see more comments on different holidays and happenings and things that are going on with me personally. Also, as we get close to the new year, feel free to leave comments down below on ideas for topics and different things that I can talk about in the upcoming year. But anyway, as always, I hope you are doing well, and I will see you next year, 2017. Looking forward to it. See you then. Later.